What's going on, guys? I want to show you how I was able to make $855 in an hour today. I entered my position at 10:43 and I sold at 12:08, so basically an hour and 25 minutes later to be exact. And I had a nice gain of over 8%, which is what I was aiming for this morning. I would have been able to take a huge profit if I would have stayed in the market, but I didn't want to take any risk, so I got out at my target price, and I'm fairly happy for how the weekend has gone. Okay, guys, there we are. I want to show you exactly how I did my trade and what made me pull the trigger. And so, first of all, what indicators do I use? Well, I like the linear regression channel 50, this blue channel over here. Then I have 5 days double exponential moving average with the white line, 20 days double exponential moving average with the green line, and 50 days double exponential moving average with the red line. Then I have the volume profile over here, and then I have MACD and RSI. So I'll keep it very simple. There's really not much to add to this unless you want to be, you want to get very articulated. But so far, I like this setup. So let's go into my trade. Okay. I started my trade at 10:43. So let's go to 10:43 over here. I'm on the 15 minutes time frame, and I was noticing at that time a couple of things. So the first thing that I was noticing is that the 5 days moving average was kind of rounding bottoming over here, or you can see it as going flat. Totally, I mean, both ways of viewing this 5 days moving average, they're both correct. So this is one thing. The second thing that I was noticing is that my price was below or was outside the channel, this channel over here, outside this channel, and was below the bottom line. So, as I said in other videos, when that happens, more often than not, the price gets sucked back into the channel, or at least close to the bottom line if we are below. So two things in my favor for a bullish trade. Then I had the MACD over here, and as you can see, the MACD was starting to turn. As you can see here, the MACD was starting to turn. So that's a positive sign. Still cross to the bears. Okay, so I have anticipated a little bit the MACD, but I'll explain to you how and why I did it this way. And the last thing was the RSI that from 10 to 10:30 made, a higher low, and it was basically going up. So RSI is going up, 5 days moving average is curling and starting to go up. MACD is starting to flattening and curving up. So those are all bullish setup in my opinion. Now I want to show you also the volume profile at this time over here. As you can see, the price got so low where there is basically no volume. Over here, there's no volume. Where's the peak of the volume? Over here at 309, right? 309, 310. And as I said in another video, the volume can be looked as a bell with its peak in the middle, and that's where usually the price tends to go. So when it touched this level over here, I started to look at Netflix and I said, I think that if the other indicators are starting to move up, the volume is pointing up. I mean, of course, this is another bell too, but the indicators were turning positive. So why would I consider this type of volume over here? I was more focusing on this one. And for this reason, I started to think around a level of 310, 311, and I'll be even more precise in just a minute. So here we are. 10:15, 10:30, it made this other candle over here, and on the 15 minutes time frame, I noticed that the price of the stock went above the 5 days moving average. So the price closed above the 5 day moving average, with the 5 days moving average pointing up. So at this point, I wanted just a little bit more safety to my trade. So I went into the 5 minutes time frame. There we are. Again, linear regression channel 50 is going up. What happened to the MACD? Well, the MACD at 10:30 was going up, right? There it is. It's going up and is about to cross to the bulls. It actually crossed to the bulls before I entered my trade. And what about the RSI? The RSI on the 5 minutes time frame was going up. Okay? So on the 5 minutes time frame, everything seemed to me like bullish. And not only that, but over here, the 5 days moving average crossed above the 20 days moving average, which is a bullish sign. So as you can see here, 10:30, the price action went above the 5 days moving average and the 20 days moving average, touching the 50 days moving average. And this is a bullish setup, period. So that's why at 10:40, so he made this candle over here, touched the bottom line, and I said, positive sign, positive sign. Even the 20 days moving average is flattening, is going flat over here, and it's starting to move up. And I said, okay, that's where I will enter my trade. And on top of that, I wanted to know, before I entered the trade, I wanted to know where to exit. Very important if you want to be successful. So what did I do? Well, I use a tool that most of you know, probably, Fibonacci extension. And I said, okay, this is my low, this is my high, this is my low. Where do I have to exit? The 100% move is at 311. Okay? There it is, 311. I said that will be my exit point, 311. So I entered my trade, bought my contracts. Let me remove the Fibonacci, otherwise it gets very confusing. And so I waited, and I exited my trade at 12 or 8. So let's go here. 12 or 8, it's this candle over here, this doji here. Why did I exit over here? Well, if you look on your right, on the right part of the screen, the purple number is 311.50. So that was my target price, and that's why I exited. So at 12 or 8, I exited my trade. And should I have stayed into the trade longer? Well, considering how, what happened yesterday, that, I exited, I think the Netflix was positive 0.6%, and at some point it went up to plus 2%. So yes, did I leave some profit on the table? Sure, probably a lot of profit on the table. But here's the thing, these trades can happen so fast and can change direction so fast in this volatile market that you want to take profits. So, I don't feel too bad on the fact that I left some profit on the table. I should have re-entered the trade over here with this hammer candle when it retested the 50 days moving average and then it went up. But all the indicators were still very positive. As you can see, the MACD was crossed to the bulls, the RSI was pointing straight up over here, so everything was positive. And on top of that, just to be clear again, if we redraw Fibonacci extension, the 161 move, 161.8% move would have been at 314, which is the price that the stock touched. So yes, should I stayed in the trade? Yes. Did I want to take that risk? No, I was fine with my 800 plus dollar profit, and I exited the trade and I went and enjoyed my day. That's what I did, guys. And again, very very important to be quick into this type of trades. And as you can see, Fibonacci works just perfectly. I mean, bottom here, top here, bottom here, and it worked just fine. 161% move. It was a perfect setup. Not only that, but when I exited the trade at 12 or 8, which is basically this candle, between this candle and this candle, the MACD on the 15 minutes time frame was very bullish, and the RSI over here was pointing up. So yes, if I wanted to take some risk, I should have stayed in and I would have made more profits. But once again, totally fine. My exit target was the 100% move on the Fibonacci, which was basically, I'll show you here, 311, basically at the top of this volume profile over here. So that was just a perfect trade, and I was really happy with it. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. More videos to come this year. Have a good weekend.